welcome back to Trailer Trash Talk's Hurricane League Fantasy Talk. We have a special guest host again this week. This is our Week 8 preview show. There's some good matchups. This is obviously a Week 1 redo. My expectation is that at least one of these matchups will have a different outcome than its Week 1 predecessor. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, the first matchup this week is going to be Dusty versus Mitchell. And since we have a guest host today, let's go right to him. What do you think of this matchup, Mitchell?
Well, I've got some challenges myself. I've got some injuries, I've got some buys. Dustin does too, but I think I'm going to beat him here. I think I'm going to pull a win off. I don't think it's going to be overly convincing. I could see us both scoring on the low end, but I think I'm going to pull this one off.
Well, Calvin Ridley did you a favor last night, as did Matt Ryan and the rest of the Atlanta offense, other than fucking Julio Jones, who I'm playing against this week. I
mean, that's one of those almost a guarantee you're going to get 15, 18 points at the least.
Piece of shit. Yeah, I mean, you've got Mahomes versus the Jets, although could end up not seeing Mahomes play the fourth quarter of that game potentially.
We saw that last week, didn't we? We did. But the Kels connection there, the double stack touchdowns, that's enough to, make starting those two worthwhile. I've got to figure out my replacement for Michael Thomas. I've got to figure out my replacement for, I've got Giovanni Bernard's replacement. He is the replacement. What's his name? Mixon. But yeah, I got to fill two spots. Probably going to try old Fournette out in Tampa.
By the way, you piece of shit. I put in for Edmonds on the waiver wire. How the fuck does Chase Edmonds fall all the way? Who owns Kenyon Drake? No, wait. Nick owns Kenyon Drake.
That's what I was about to say. How does Nick not have
How the fuck do you not put in, even if you didn't have him, that's understandable, but how do you not put in for Chase Edmonds off the waiver wire?
He picked up someone else. I saw he picked up Juju Smith-Schuster, which I
Come on. Juju, he's at best the third wide receiver on that team.
Did you see our trade, too? I was shocked.
Oh, yeah. I got it. What, from your end, what was the driving for, like what benefit?
He sent me the proposal, and I took a flyer, or he's taking a flyer on Jefferson being able to keep going with those crazy point totals, and he's given me two players who were ascending.
First of all, I think Jefferson has had his two highest point totals of the year so far. That being said, I think Nick got the best player in this trade.
Of the three, the best,
But I see, that's why I'm saying I don't see from your view why you took, because
I got there. I like Jarvis Landry, just the LSU product. I know Nick does too. I'm surprised he offered me to him, actually. It means I've watched him. It means I know more about him. I've seen more film. So
you do a lot of film watching there?
Oh yeah, I just put Good Morning Football on every morning and listen when Nate Burleson talks to me.
But you got Landry and who else in that trade?
I don't remember his name. It's Washington.
McLaurin. So to me, McLaurin is the second best ceiling out of the three in that trade.
Two flyer wide receivers for a guy who might have already peaked. That's basically the same thing. It's a volume thing for me.
Okay. Just that one.
But getting Chase Edmonds after that.
Yeah. That was definitely. Nick, come on, dude. Alright, so I assume Mitchell is picking Mitchell in this matchup.
Yeah.
I guess I'm actually going to have to take Mitchell on this one too, looking at his matchups and seeing what Atlanta did for old Dusty there.
Yeah, I think that could end up being the difference too. Out the gate.
Let's see. So let's jump into me and Justin. Alright. See, Justin already started some meek shit talking ahead of the week.
He is high on Tom Brady. He is very high on Tom Brady.
Well, he has a great matchup this week.
Yep.
Although he is going to be missing Godwin.
Edelman I'm thinking of this old team.
Yeah.
I've been doing that all year long.
Evans has been injured most of the year so far. This would seem to be a plus matchup for him, being just the team they're going against, and no Godwin there. But I personally think you're going to see an uptick in maybe Scotty Miller, but definitely Tyler Johnson from the receiver points.
I think even if Brady has a good game, though, I think Justin Herbert, I keep wanting to say Hebert, but
Yeah.
that was a good pickup on your part. I've got him in another league. And in my other league, he scored 40-plus last week.
Yep,
Helped
he
you
scored
win.
42.
Oh, yeah, 42.48, yeah. Yeah, and I think that's going to... Denver's...
I mean, he doesn't have one matchup the rest of the year that worries me.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is the same week. I picked up Herbert last week. The same week I picked up the top 3 running backs on the waiver wire.
And it reminded everybody when the waivers happened. That was a little kick in the ass for me.
I mean, I was last in the waiver order last week. Got Herbert and the top 3 running backs on the wire.
I didn't need anybody last week. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying you, but you see
I've seen
some of the shit
teams
that
here.
is on these teams.
Yeah, and
But yeah, so Justin's put up 44 from last night's games off of Julio, Hayden Hurst, and Todd Gurley's old ass apparently fell into the end zone.
again,
So he's got 44. I don't really feel like it's going out on a limb though. I'm going to pick myself. I don't expect much from Zeke. Don't expect much from McKinnon.
I can't
Even though
disagree with either of those two.
Tyreek
so far.
has a plus matchup. He's been used as a decoy most of the year, and
And again, we're talking about playing the Jets. They're not going to be. You don't see that as a game they're coming from behind.
I think
They're
this
like
could
the
be a
Chiefs
big
like to do.
CEH, even potentially a big Le'Veon game.
Yeah. I tell you, I wonder how much of Edwards-Helaire's time Le'Veon's going to eat into.
I almost think they're going to use
Especially-
Le'Veon as more of a slot receiver or receiver out of the backfield. Because remember, that's the reason he wanted to get an obscene amount of money from Pittsburgh
That'd
because
be okay as a Patrick's Mahomes owner. I'd be okay with that.
But I don't think he's going to eat into Edwards-Helaire's time that much. But yeah,
Well, I expect to see the numbers tempered there in that game this week, just because they don't need to be. And I mean, you got to run up the score, Justin. I think 10, 13 points. Who's this, Jace? I don't even know who Jace Smith is for Tennessee.
Jonnu Smith. He gave me a grand total of 1.2 points last week, but I've also got Henry on the bench. I
you
think I'm
gotta-
going to ride it with Jonnu Smith this week, though.
You got to plug in for your first receiver there that's on a bye.
Yeah, I mean, I've still got to completely tinker with all this shit. Dalvin Cook's a go this week, so I need to get him in my roster. No, but like I said,
Well, if it's just for me to make my pick, I think I might just to go against you, have some back and forth. I think I'm going to pick Justin in this matchup.
that's fair. But like I said, I'm
Something
not.
similar to Jordan and Dustin last week with the less than a point margin kind of thing.
The only person I'm worried about on his team is Brady. I don't see anybody else blowing up this week. And my defense could fucking blow up against the Giants.
Zeke Elliott against Philly on a Sunday night. It's a divisional game.
With-
It's the only thing that still works. in
With
the whole
some
team.
guy that I've never heard of starting at
All he's gotta do is
quarterback
hand in the ball.
with a backup offensive line.
Well,
I mean, think about all of the people that are. It's not just fucking Dak. It's
He
not.
could go off, or he could get his ankle broke too.
I mean, look, Zeke could always go off, but seeing how that offense is run, and I don't think the guy coming in is better than Dalton.
Yeah, that'd be a fun Sunday night game. Then you got the head-to-head there, Boston Scott and yeah.
Oh, well, I've got Boston Scott, and I'm probably putting old Travis Fulgham in there as well because I expect the Eagles to fucking feast off of that Cowboys defense.
So high-scoring Sunday night affair.
Well, I think one side is going to be high scoring there. I mean, you could potentially see a 42-3 game at the end of that shit. Would not surprise me at all. Alright, so Mitchell, it sounds like, is
I'm
going
gonna
to
stick
take the L on this one and pick Justin, and I'm obviously going to take myself. So the next matchup is going to be Brian and Jordan. This one, They're predicting Brian to win by 7 points, 6.8, some shit like that.
It's good line by line. It's good matchups. Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Kamara, Derrick Henry. Brian's already had Davis play there, 10 points.
Connor's playing at Baltimore though, so he may put up a similar stat line.
Yeah. Tyler Boyd had a good week last week. Cincinnati's whole pass attack has been.
Cincinnati's defense has not been the same defense as last year.
No.
Jordan, you starting Hollywood Brown, bro? That's a ballsy move. Ballsy move. I think I might take a shot with Cooper Kupp or even Deontay Johnson versus instead of Hollywood Brown there.
What Kupp did last week? Kupp did 12 points last week.
Brian's got Diggs going at New England or versus New England, and I don't think that fucking Gilmore is going to be playing, so he could go off. New England looks like shit.
Kittle's going to get him some points though.
He should. Seattle's been a piece of shit.
Seattle's defense has not been the same as.
Jordan sticking with Noah Fant.
Bro,
Bro, there's got to be better
why are
tight
tight
ends
ends so thin this year? Like,
well, I mean, I don't think they're as thin as they have been in years past, but there's fucking an average of 3 a team.
Right? Rostered tight ends in our league here.
Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, Jordan's got Ebron and Fant, and I don't think either of them are worth a shit. He's got, so the flex spot may end up being the game decider here, though. Jordan's got Ronald Jones going at the Giants, who I would expect to put up some numbers. Brian's got Gaskin at home to the Rams. I wouldn't be shocked to see the Rams swallow up Gaskin, though. I mean, you saw what they did to Chicago. Not saying they've got a good offense, but
and Miami, are they going to hang with the Rams? Or are they going to abandon the running game?
You would think, I will say this, you'd think they're going to be run heavy with it being Tua's first start. You would think they're going to be run heavy. But the Rams seem to have a pretty good defensive line. That defense looked fucking great against Chicago. Yeah. Chicago is a shitty offense, so,
Yeah. So, I think I'm picking Jordan here, just to. I like those primetime games. That Monday night flex there. We were talking about Brady earlier. I think I'm picking Jordan here. And as we saw from my numbers analysis, Brian's been on a steady downtrend. So I think he's going to underperform his projections, and I think Jordan's going to just overperform.
Well, see, I like Jordan's matchup with Derrick Henry. I like that a lot. Keenan Allen's going to go off. Jones is going to be good. Jordan, you probably need to get the fucking New England defense out of your lineup, though. I don't think they should be owned by anyone right now. I'm going to go with Jordan, too. But recently, Jordan has a history of doing whatever the opposite is that I pick, so we may see a Brian victory here.
Yeah.
The last one is could be interesting. Blake.
That's a low projection
and Nick
for a complete roster.
It is.
Oh boy.
It is. Was interesting. So Blake, I guess, is thinking similar to me on Evans. He has him benched, starting Metcalf and Robbie Anderson over him.
I think Metcalf will do more this week. Like him and Lockett. That Seattle's been throwing it a lot to both of them. Last week it all went to Lockett, but I don't know what's he projected here. 16.6. Yeah.
Let's see.
Where are the points coming from here? They're calling for Rodgers for 23.
And Blake has Aaron Jones in his.
Okay.
Oh, Aaron Jones is out.
Yeah,
Oh, yes. So I've got Jamal Williams then as another option this week.
Did you pick that up off the waiver wires recently?
Oh yeah. I picked them up. I picked up Jamal Williams a few hours last week after they called Aaron Jones out for the game. I happened to take a look and said, "Well, motherfucker, I'll take him."
So who did Nick end up filling in for? Kenyon. Well, Kenyon.
DeAndre Swift. I picked Swift up last week and dropped him for Jamal Williams, which was a good move on my part. Nick sticking with
He's had a good
Montgomery.
Swift had averaging 25 of the last 2 weeks. David Montgomery with.
Nick,
I'm
you
sure
gotta
that's hurting
stop
him too,
being.
to play him against the Saints.
You gotta stop being such a homer, bro. Okay, you started DJ Moore. I guess I can get that, but Robinson against New Orleans defense, that would be one that would be enticing for me.
Yeah, much better than, well, how could you move that around? Because Montgomery against New Orleans defense actually isn't a good idea, because if one thing New Orleans can do defensively is stop the run. It's the only thing they can do. But they do stop the run.
Well,
they're averaging 65 yards
To be honest with
to
you,
the whole backfield in the last 3 weeks.
I don't think David Montgomery's an impressive runner. I mean,
You're kind of scraping the barrel there. He's got old Jordan Jefferson in the flex after our trade.
is that Jordan Jefferson or Justin Jefferson?
Both of them LSU people. You know what I mean.
I was just checking. I didn't know. Nick, why'd you pick up T.Y. Hilton, dog? I dropped him for a reason. He's been garbage this year.
He's feeding on both of our scraps. Smith-Schuster. Still, though, I think he's going to beat Blake here. That's.
I'm gonna pick Nick as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Blake. I promise this isn't personal.
No, I want to see you do better, Blake. I don't want to see back-to-back shit bowl titles for anybody. Especially someone who hadn't been punished yet. That's going to look bad on the league.
So, what do you think? While we're at this juncture, what do you think about the potential?
I still think it's two distinct punishments, like two separate ones. If we end up with a back-to-back, or are you talking about what do we do for last year?
I really like the Brazilian wax idea, bro.
You stay on that.
I'm still on it.
Is it a body? I'm shaved after that surgery. Do you want to see my shaved belly? Would that help you?
All right. Well, so you'll have time to grow back.
It grows back fast too. Anyway, why though? Like, where are you? And how could we all go? Because imagine you're picturing like the 40-year-old virgin thing where everybody's standing around, they waxing the.
That's okay. So this is my idea. Now the COVID thing might throw this off, so we may have to have one of us go in with a camera. All right. But I figure we offer the Asian lady a bunch of monies, right? We take up an offering from the group, say, look, Miss Masood, we don't want a happy end, we just
Robert
want...
Kraft recommended you, but we're not here for that.
No, we're giving you all this money, but not for that. I want to tape this, not for that reason. I want to tape you yanking his pubic hair off so we can put it on the internet. I will tape close so your face isn't in here. You don't have anything come back on you. I don't think they could pick you out personally because you
inside the establishment doesn't have to where it is. Just
so yeah, I mean, I think it would be funny. I think it would be funny, and I like to see people in pain. And I just, I think it's better than the paintball.
I mean, if it ends up with a back-to-back thing, I think we could do that, and then
because there should be some escalation of the punishment, right?
Right, and then the talk. I remember in last year's draft we was talking about something public, like the car wash thing while getting shot at. Or I don't remember what we were all drinking, but it was something like that where we can wax him and then put him out there to go wash some cars, and then we'll shoot him with paintballs. It seems like that's what is probably going to happen if you don't get better at this, like soon.
You need to tighten that shit up, bro. You need to tighten that shit up.
I mean, all you got to be is not the worst out of 8 really shitty people.
You need to drop Nineal Hines off of your fucking roster. No one should have Nineal Hines rostered. Alright? There's got to be Hold on. Like, seriously.
I got a few questionable ones on there, like
Damian Herons, J.K.
White
Dobbins, Tevin Coleman. He's technically on IR right now, but he could be the lead back in San Francisco. Adrian Peterson, Wayne Gallman, any of these are better options than Nineal Hines. I just don't know what's going on right there.
Yeah. Let me go back to the standings here. Oh, I've got to thank Little Stank here for the merch, all within brand and everything. Sleeves are gone. No sleeves here. Trailer Trash Talk. What's the H?
Hurricane League.
Hurricane League. Yeah. I've been forgetting that part. Yeah. Trailer. Yeah. Okay. Unbiased, fair, and balanced. So fuck you. Right.
That is our slogan. Alright, so yeah, that's how we're seeing this week going. We both got Mitchell over Dusty. He's being a chump, taking Justin. I'm, of course, taking myself. We've both got Brian getting the win, and we've both got Nick getting the win. Which honestly wouldn't shock me to see Blake put up some points this week.
I hope he does.
I'm rooting for him to, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna be a contrary. You know what? You take Nick. I'm gonna take Blake this week.
Okay.
Go get him, dog.
I'm kind of liking Jordan in the matchup with Brian. Then, if we want to.
Well, we both got Jordan. In that
Okay, I thought you
matchup.
said we got. Oh, you got Brian taking the loss. All right.
Yeah.
Because you said the win a minute ago.
Oh,
You can add
okay.
that.
Yeah. No, fuck Brian. He's gonna
But
lose.
yeah, Brian's gonna lose to Jordan, right?
Yeah. So I think that looks pretty solid though. And want to thank Mitchell for appearing here with us this week.
My pleasure. I enjoyed the merchandise and the chance to be on the show.
Yeah, I mean, anytime. You know, we do like input from the rest of the league.
Yeah, I'd like to do one where Justin have an odd numbered panel and see how that goes.
Piece of shit. We'll see how this week goes. Maybe he'll be in for the review next week. Alright, but look, I want to thank y'all for joining us. Good luck this week. I hope, 6 of you do great. And y'all can all, especially the one I'm playing this week, suck my dick.